kitchen and I am working on making our turkey burgers. Today I'm going to be canning something very different. We are going to be canning brown sugar sauce. Now let me explain to you what this is going to be for. In the ball book, they have a recipe that is adding nuts, and it's supposed to be like a pancake syrup. I make a lot of cinnamon rolls here. Now these are old-fashioned, and I've done a video on it before, and I will do a new one coming up soon. But we make a lot of cinnamon rolls, and especially in the winter time. I'm going to be canning all of this syrup part of it, so when I go to make the rolls, all I got to do is pour the syrup on the bottom of the pan and put the rolls on top. Now I have watched some YouTube channels that were doing this, and most of them, like Willetta, said to do equal parts of brown sugar and water. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to add pecans to it. So however cups of brown sugar, we're going to add as water as well. This is going to be a large portion, because I want to can it enough for all winter and maybe next year. So I'm not sure how many cups I'm going to use. We're going to go ahead and give it a try. You can boil it down to the consistency you want. I don't want it that terribly thick, because we do add butter to it when I go ahead and I make up the cinnamon buns. So we're just going to go by what I think is right. All right, I'm going to add it all together, and then I'll show you the nuts, the pecans that we're putting in it. All right, we have a lot of brown sugar in here, and now we're going to add the pecans. This is one way you can can your pecans and that they stay fresh. Nuts usually do not store very long if you store them like this because of the fat content in the nuts. But if we make it like this, it can last you 2 to 3 years. So we're putting all the pecans in here, and this way they won't get rancid, and they're going to be quite useful in videos coming up for me when I show you all the different things we can make with cinnamon buns. Now what we gotta do is add water, and I'm going to boil it, and I'll get back to you in a moment. My jars are washed, my lids are washed, and they're in hot water. We're going to go ahead and fill up our pint jars. I did add 1 cup of clear gel. Now that is clear gel. This is made for cooked type things. So it's made for like pie fillings. I added a cup of that to thicken it up a little bit. But in other videos, they didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this all up. And then we are going to water bath can it for 30 minutes. You want to have the head space up into the first screw band, up into the neck of it. That's how I do it. Make sure you have some pecans in each one. Now when you cook this, it's going to get thicker, and plus when you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to get thicker. Now this is shelf stable, and this is the sticky stuff that we use for cinnamon buns. I will pour this into a bottom of a pan and add the sticky buns on top. You can do this with any nut. You can do it with walnuts, pecans, just about any nut in order to preserve it. And you can use it in place of pancake syrup if you wanted to. That's what the whole idea was for it. And once again, people are going to say, wait, why are you doing this when you can just make it? It is a way to preserve nuts that they don't go rancid. Yes, you could put them in the freezer, but if you're off-grid or you don't have freezers, this is a way you can preserve the nuts that they don't go rancid, and you can use them. So one of these pints will give me 1 pan of sticky buns, or cinnamon rolls. Here in Lancaster County, we call them sticky buns. Probably other places you call them cinnamon rolls. All right, I'm going to finish putting these all together. and then I'll show you when they're done. So we are going to water bath them for about 30 minutes. I'm going to do it for about 35 to 40 minutes.
We put the sticky stuff. All it is brown sugar and a little butter. I don't have any recipe for that. It's just brown sugar and a little butter. We're going to put a little bit on the bottom of each muffin tin. Just like that. Then we're going to put our sticky bun and lay it on top. Just like that. And these are going to be put in the freezer immediately. You do not need to let these rise again. You're going to stick them right in the freezer just like this. You're going to get them out. You can put them in your refrigerator the day before, or you can let them out for a whole day until they're rised in double. So I'm going to continue to do that for this loaf, because all of these that I'm doing right here are going to go in the freezer, and I have another batch of dough that's I'm going to make fresh. This is an amazing recipe to freeze and to have homemade sticky buns. When you're a family that's small like mine, this is a wonderful way to be able to bake one day and then be able to enjoy your baked goods for many, many days to come. And sticky buns have a habit of drying out really easily when they're baked. So if you pull just a little bit out each time, they'll get eaten up that much the quicker. These will get eaten up right away. My grandchildren request these. So that, my friends, is how I take potato roll recipe and I make many different things with it. Sticky buns, potato rolls, potato bread, all from the same recipe.